Opinions expressed in this program are those of the program's host and guests, and not necessarily those of WSTU management, staff, or sponsors. WSTU does not endorse any products mentioned. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without written consent of WSTU. It's now time for Leadership in Business, brought to you by John Campion of European Kitchen and Bath. Call in with questions and comments. 220-9788. 220-WSTU. And now, here's your host.
Good evening, Treasure Coast, Stewart, Martin County. This is John Campion, your host for Leadership in Business. I'm the owner of European Kitchen and Bath in Stewart and Vero Beach. Looking ahead to November 2nd for our beginning of our celebration of our 30 years in business.
That's a long time.
You know, it's almost half my life now.
Yeah.
Now I am feeling old. Evan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's today's guest is Evan.
Yeah, it's me. Yours truly from the
That's
morning
right.
show, the Get Up and Go show.
That's right. We figured, once we hit, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
It just ain't 5 o'clock here.
No.
Not the way we want it.
No, not at all.
But anyways, Frank's still in New York, and Evan's been trudging through, doing a great job down here.
Thank you.
He's this is like your third appendage, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what day and time it is right now. I
Okay.
wake up. I'm here at 5 in the morning. I do the morning show from 6 to 9, engineer some shows from 9 to 11, go home, get a bite to eat, putz around the house, get in the car, come back down here, do the shows on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then go back home, have steak dinner with the wife, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again.
You are.
Did you get all that?
I did.
Okay.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Because when I get up at 5, I know I'm going to be
Okay.
going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have some tchotchkes for you to give away on the air today
Oh,
if you want for
really?
your show. Yeah.
Seriously.
I like to give something to you to give away.
Well, that's cool.
We have a great deli downtown here. It's called Ellie's.
Oh yeah, we.
I have all these gift certificates.
Wow.
So, I mean, people can call in. We'll give a couple away if people want
Sure,
to
why
eat
not?
lunch. I got 2 of them we can give away.
We hold him from Palm City Charlie when he calls.
No,
right?
he doesn't get any.
He doesn't.
No. We have a restriction on him.
Well, I will tell you, Ellie's, one of the things that I do for
Yeah.
both of my store locations. On
Mhm.
Thursdays, I buy Vero lunch.
Okay.
And on Fridays, I buy Stewart lunch.
Okay.
And so usually Vero, I've been going to Vero for every Thursday. Well, almost. That's the day that I intend on going. So
Okay.
if I'm not there, they got the credit card. So
Okay.
no big deal.
I like that they got the credit card.
Yeah, if I'm going, they just tell
Okay.
me where I have to stop and pick up.
Okay. And pay the bill, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Is there a limit on what they can charge?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean,
So they
there's-
could order like filet mignon for dinner?
No,
for lunch?
They know my big thing is if I look at the receipt, I will go, if this is on there, I'll go, who had the lobster?
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only thing I would really allow, and since they can't hear us down here from Vero,
Oh, sure they can.
Oh, they
on
can
the
if they're
tune-in app.
streaming.
If
Yeah,
they're
that's
listening.
right.
Yes.
well, anyways,
course.
okay, well, that's why I'm in half radio.
Okay.
They if they got, for example, lobster roll,
Okay.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, that's not bad. That's not too
'cause
expensive.
They're just a little bit more than a hamburger.
Yeah, but now if they get like a filet surf and turf for lunch,
no,
now there's a problem there.
is,
There's
there
a
is,
serious
especially
issue
if
there.
It's a 8-ounce or a 9-ounce fillet.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the only kind of steak I eat.
yeah. I like,
really good.
it's fun when where do you want to eat?
Okay.
I don't know, just pick one.
All right.
2J's.
Okay.
We all over the place.
And this is every Thursday?
every
Can I work
Thursday.
for you on Thursdays? Just
Sure,
Thursdays
sure,
only?
Sure, you can go up.
I'll come and answer your phones.
All you have to do is call Melissa up there,
Okay.
tell her what time you think you'll be there, and
Okay.
say, where am I stopping?
I'm an employee for the day. That's it. I'll be
Yeah,
an
and you
employee for
just
the
have
day,
to
just
carry-
so I can mooch a free
You
lunch.
just carry around my gold card or
Okay.
have Melissa
All right. That's
order
fine.
from a place that they'll take the card
Okay.
ahead of time.
Okay.
No, that's cool.
All
That's
right. I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Evan, I do anything for anybody. So
I know. I'm the same way. I'll give my right arm or left arm if
Well,
I can
yeah,
help
if you
somebody.
get a couple callers, I'll tell you, Ellie's
Yeah.
Deli. I
Yeah.
will endorse it.
Okay.
It's, my group
Chef
gets-
Mark's amazing.
my employees we get lunch there probably every third or
Okay.
fourth
Okay.
Friday.
All right. So what we'll do is like the first two people to call. We're not going to do nothing hokey on the phone, like make them answer trivia questions or
Right,
sing and dance and
right.
all that. 220-9788 220-WSTU. We will give you a Ellie's Downtown Deli gift certificate. We'll put your name on it, and I'll give it to this fine gentleman sitting next to me.
John.
I'll give it to John. He'll take it to the shop.
Yep.
And you have to go down to the shop and pick it up
That's
there
right.
at the shop.
Down to European Kitchen and
That's
Bath
right.
on Monterey.
Get you in the front door.
That's
it. That's the key
That's
to it.
You go, I'm here to
You
see
got it.
John, and they'll
That's
come
right.
up with about 10 excuses why he's not there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know.
So give us a call, 220-9788.
And highly recommend it. And what's that good for? I mean, is it
$20?
Well,
it's
that's
$20 worth of food.
I'll tell you,
and there's two of them.
You can't go wrong with the sandwiches or,
No.
or the salads. Oh my God. Oh,
right?
Geez.
What's your favorite sandwich?
I get that it's like a monster roast beef thing.
Oh, I know what you get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to kind of push me out of the way of my door to my office.
I get the Reuben.
Yeah,
but I get the Reuben on a pressed hoagie.
That's sweet.
Because I don't like rye bread.
Yeah.
And it with the sauerkraut and the Thousand Island dressing.
All right.
And the side of potato salad. Oh, it's to die for.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Honey, put the steak on the grill. I'll be home in an hour.
I'll tell you what. Just run down there. Use the gift certificates for us.
Yeah, my wife
bring
will.
Lunch,
my wife will
home.
be happy about that.
Yeah,
she's cooking dinner tonight.
That's right.
So we got a whole litany of things to go over today, don't we?
Yeah, I feel bad. I love having guests. I've had some great guests, and I thought what I'd do today is kind of just skim over some of the guests I have, and if you want to turn the dial, don't do that. Leave it on here. This is a show like no other.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's outstanding in its own field.
That's right.
Not left field.
I could have asked a trivia question, like if somebody actually called,
right?
I'd say, how many gallons per flush is a Toto toilet?
I want to say, give me a minute. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's like 4, if I'm not mistaken. Am I close?
No.
Less. 3.
Less.
2.
Less.
A gallon?
Can be.
Really? Just 1 gallon of water?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to go home tonight, flush the toilet, but turn the water off.
Yeah.
And then get a gallon jug and fill the back.
See what happens.
Yeah. If it's a gallon. I'm going to measure it.
Yeah, because it's 1.25.
Oh, wow. So
it dropped,
gallon and a quart.
Yeah, I remember when it dropped from 1.68 to 1.25, you had people coming in making me look sideways because I didn't know how it was going to work. And then we had, is that a
my
call?
phone's ringing, and it's from Toronto, Ontario, which means you know what that is?
It's a spammer.
It's a spammer. So I sent it to my voicemail.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I get those I get like a dozen of those when I'm doing the morning show.
Why?
It's just nonstop.
It's
people
crazy.
know the people that I associate with know not to call me when I'm on the radio. I'm doing my show, but then again, they don't listen half the time, and they'll call.
Right.
And I will put them on blast right on the radio.
That's fine.
I have no problem doing that
That's
at all.
Great. That's great.
Within reason, though.
Well, you're the man got all the controls here.
Yeah. I mean, I could turn you off and on. I could turn anybody off and on.
Well, I was listening to you this morning.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed it.
I did. It was, nothing weird was happening.
No. We keep it clean.
No.
We do. The thing is, we do the most important stuff, and that's to deliver the news, which is the most important thing. Our feature guest that we have a different one each week, like we have the superintendent, we have the chief deputy from Martin County on Tuesdays, the public information officer for Martin County on Wednesdays.
So these people always come on those days.
They're dedicated. I'm here 2.5 years, and they haven't missed a week.
Wow, good. For
Thursday is Joe Catcherbone, our good friend.
Oh, it's great.
Love Joe. Amazing. One of the classiest guys I know.
I was up so early today. I saw him pulling into his parking spot at the
chamber. Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Every Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then Friday, we have this Friday, we have a special guest. We're going to have Marty Jacobson from Seniors versus Crime.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking about scammers. with the hurricane that just came through and the storms.
Yeah.
There's major scammers out there trying to get people to buy new roofs and this and that and the other. So he's going to be on talking about that.
So do you do you lead him through all this? Are you?
We just
asking
have
the
a general
questions?
we just have a general conversation
Yeah.
because that's his forte. He's a retired police officer.
Yeah.
And
I remember that. I remember
that's
him.
just that's his forte. He has this
Right.
unit that he runs, and he's an advocate for a lot of seniors that get scammed. And it's amazing what he does.
Well, I caught myself one
Yeah.
day talking to somebody, and
Mhm.
all of a sudden, I was just about to say something, and I go,
Mhm.
click.
Yeah.
I clicked.
I got an email today on my AOL email, which I never use, but I still keep it. And it was from AT&T. And it said to me that somebody recently tried to access the account and they were trying to send an email to verify. And it was 3 AT&T emails in a row. And I knew not to click anything, but they tried to get me to click. And that would, of course, take me to a site, which is a spoof site to AT&T. Log in with your username and password, and bam, they got you.
Well, I get all these spam things right now
Mhm.
for like Walmart
Yeah.
and Walgreens, and
Yeah.
you have one. And
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
just, it's
Don't
one
click.
after another. No, I don't.
Yeah.
It's spam, spam, spam. So
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
anyways, well, to steer away from that a little bit, Evan.
Sure.
Because you know more about these things than I do, and I talk to these people. But when we came up with the show, we had a
Mhm.
little hard time coming up with the name of the show, and of
Okay.
course, one of the things I learned from being an owner is, salespeople don't make great managers,
Right.
and managers don't make great owners.
Okay.
So it's been, I had one of my older employees who had been with us for, well, it was when we opened up Vero, because she opened it, which was back in 04.
Mhm.
She was in today. And we looked at each other and just couldn't believe. It kind of goes with that comment that I said last week. When I turned 40, and then I realized that all of a sudden I was 65 and don't remember what happened between that time. And then all of a sudden I was on Medicare.
Yeah.
It's like time went by. I came down here.
I don't even understand that whole Medicare thing.
I don't either.
I don't. And I'm going to have to, unfortunately, shortly, because I'm 62,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go on it.
Well, you got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Is your wife older or younger?
My wife's a pup.
You got a
I got
a puppy.
I got a puppy.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a
Good
puppy.
girl, good girl.
Yeah, 47 years
Oh,
old.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was she thinking when she was 21 when she met me? I was 37.
That's why, the big thing we see in our store, Evan, is when the couples come in, it's the wife that always looks pretty good, and it's the husband who's, pushing the tennis ball thing.
Mhm.
But honestly, it ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Yeah, I know that.
So
doesn't get easy. It gets
no. It's we know we've played hard our life.
Yeah.
And this and that, and
Yeah.
then I think I moved down here, which would have been 18. So it would have, 43. I used
Gosh.
I used to climb around in the shelving in my warehouse like a freaking monkey.
I moved down here when I was 10. So that's 52 years ago.
See,
Half a century.
Do you remember when you moved here?
I do. I remember. I can tell you exactly where I was, what I was in, and what I was doing when my parents drove down here from New York. I was in the back of a 1969 four-door green Cadillac sedan DeVille.
Sweet.
Crammed in a corner in the back seat, playing my guitar, one song all the way down to Florida. And my dad got so sick and tired of hearing the song, he grabbed the guitar out of my hand and threw it out the window.
I love it. I love it.
I was playing this song by Bobby Goldsboro called Watching Scotty Grow. I'll never forget that.
That's great.
Never forget that.
Did he say, let me get rid? Was he profane in any way? Or
No.
He's very,
no. Well, my dad's a military guy.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, he pulled over the car in a rest area. I didn't know what he was doing. He goes, hey, could you get out of the car for a minute? I'm like, sure. So I left the guitar there. He grabs a guitar, and just throws it. And that was it. Get back in. We're going. That was it. Done. Over with.
You know, one of the best things on one of my few trips driving down was when we came down to visit some friends up in Ponte Vedra back before they like redid everything, built Sawgrass. This is when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way down, it was my mom, my dad, myself, and my oldest sister who worked for us at the store for 17 years, Jill. She's anyways, I hope she's listening because I think it was my brother told the joke. Maybe he was in the car too. He's anyways. So the joke was, where did Hitler put his armies? Now,
okay, where did Hitler put his armies?
Where did Hitler put his armies?
Right.
Do you know?
No, I don't know.
In his sleeveys. So about 8 hours after the joke was told,
okay,
then my sister finally got it.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sleeves,
I'm a little slow.
Sleeves.
Uh-huh.
Put your arms in your sleeves.
Oh, armies in a sleeve.
Okay. All right.
Where's the rim shot? Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Or,
I have one of those, so I
and then
just
the other one
get
you
it.
can tell on the air because that one's a little anti-Semitic.
Do I need to pay you royalties for those? You sure?
This one was told by, at the time, my son was in 4th grade.
Okay.
And we were at Epcot, and we were at the Canadian having dinner. Yeah, it was with my brother, a bunch of us.
Okay.
And anyways, so the guy comes up and says, if somebody can tell me a really good joke, I'll give you some Mickey Mouse cards.
Wow.
So Ben got all excited and he raised his hand, this little toe-headed kid with one tooth. And what do you got, Ben? He goes, what did the fish say when he swam into the brick wall?
Okay. What did the fish say when he swam into the brick wall?
Damn. So they gave Ben all kinds of little tchotchkes and stuff. Okay.
Wow.
Speaking of tchotchkes,
yeah,
we're waiting for that caller to call in.
You know, I get the same thing. A lot of people, they just don't like calling in. They don't want to be on the radio and they just want to listen because they're shy for whatever reason it is.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I run into tons of people all the time. So I listen to you in the mornings, listen to your stupid news, listen to this and that and the other stuff.
We have plumbers say, I send people to you all the time.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
But hey, we appreciate that very much.
Yeah, really.
So, but hey, we've seen a little lull in the action and now we're seeing a little pickup. So we don't quite know what's going on out there. And, what a tumultuous time to be in business, to be in retail, to be in Florida, to be over on the East Coast.
Those poor people on the West
Coast. So we won't, that'll be the little mini, the other Katrina thing, but it's a horrific thing. Yeah. And boy, were we lucky. So.
I feel bad for the folks, I think on Sanibel where the bridge just gave out and they're supposedly they have this, I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're bringing like a portable bridge in or something so they can get from point A to point B. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Maybe they inflate underneath and lift it up.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I have no idea, but I would love to meet the engineer who thought of that and did that because that guy's a genius.
I'll see if I can arrange that.
Yeah, please.
Will you?
I'll interview him on the morning show.
You might have to, ask one of those steady guests like on a Wednesday to just maybe give up his spot.
Well, I'll do it on Friday. Friday, I can float a guest on Friday because Linda Salisbury, the plant lady's on Fridays, but I can move her around.
All right.
I can replant her. Get it?
So you've got, I got it. So you have all these folks from the Martin County system. Yeah. And probably a lot of info.
Yeah, a lot of info because predominantly it's news, traffic, weather, sports, and then the fun stuff kind of takes the back seat, so to speak. Because we have to, people rely on us as a local. Homegrown station. We're known as the Heritage Station. The station's been here forever.
Right.
And they rely on us for news, especially during the storm that happened. People don't watch TV. A lot of people don't watch TV. A lot of people don't connect to the internet. They don't do social media. And they rely on us. and just like you as a small business, a lot of people, they don't um, pick up the newspaper. They don't read the flyers that come in their mailboxes and whatnot. They just resort to radio. And it's a great avenue for European Kitchen and Bath as well to get the word out about what you guys do, instead of going to the big box store, so to speak. I'm a huge fan of the mom and pop shop.
That's the way to be.
Huge fan. I got one guy I go to for my auto mechanic. No disrespect to your guy,
Yeah, right.
at all
No
whatsoever,
problem.
but I just like to oblige the small business.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah, we got you. I
That's
mean,
what you have to do.
you're one of those people.
You know
You've
what
only got
hap-
2 locations.
Yeah, what happens when the little guy is squeezed out, which
Yeah.
we see all the time.
All the
and,
time.
And it's happening as you support your online
Yeah.
things. We're struggling behind the scenes to
Yeah.
be affordable, give you that great service.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a couple different customers in today. I'm the man with the ears.
Mm-hmm.
And, they were just saying, we just love you guys. We love coming down here.
Yeah.
You've always taken good care of us. Our stuff's still working from 15 years ago.
Oh, that's got to make you feel good when you hear those kudos and compliments.
It's, you work hard and you try to please everybody, and you're hoping that everybody goes back out is pleased. And, not all of them are, but, everybody has different expectations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and boy, I got to tell you, have you ever remodeled your house?
No, I have not. We've built our house from scratch. 14, let me think for a minute. Dad died in 07, moved up in 08, 18, 22. So I'm up here 14 years in the same house, same cabinets, same bathrooms, same flooring in the kitchen.
Here.
18 years, and it's still all holding up.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, I'm the shoemaker's son.
Yeah.
My wife will not budge.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what are these?
It's just, I'm a firm believer. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Well, that's true.
To a certain extent. To an extent.
You don't want to have avocado refrigerators and green shade carpet.
I mean, there's some things that I would have done different now. Like my cabinets, they don't have, who else is calling? That's another spam call. Like my cabinets, they don't have knobs.
Well, you can fix that.
I just grab the bottom of the cabinet and open it.
Okay.
And then on the inside of the cabinet, I put these little felt circle things. So when you close it,
you don't hear it.
You don't hear it, like the thump,
because they're not self-closing. That was
right. I wish I would have known about self-closing cabinets.
We even though we were almost say 19, because it was a spec home through Bernard where I'm at.
Yeah.
When my wife starts closing some of the doors in there, I'm like, what are you? Oh, that's the microwave. Okay.
Yeah, I'm bad about that. That's another thing I'm
slammer.
Bad about. The microwave's always a slammer.
Yeah.
I wish do they make a self-closing microwave door?
Probably.
Because my kid hates when I leave the microwave door open.
Yeah,
that's his pet peeve.
Yeah, he didn't hit his head on
it.
He's perfect height.
Yeah.
That means he's about 14, 15.
No, he's 19.
He's 19.
He's as tall as me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that'll teach you being a runt like your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I might have to talk to you about changing out the now that you gave me an idea.
Well, I have a room in my place that has all the knobs and the lever, all the cabinet hardware you can imagine.
Yeah.
You don't have to get fancy. They do.
I like the self-closing idea though. See, now you put a bug in me, and now you're going to make me spend money, and my wife is going to be like, all right, whatever.
I think the coolest part of the drawers, when you can.
Oh, the self-closing drawers?
And, throw them as hard as you want, and then they just go.
Because that's isn't that like on a pneumatic or something like that?
It's just on a nice little hydraulic type thing.
Is that it?
I don't know. I don't know anything about hinges.
Do you guys come out and do estimates and things like that?
Because we don't sell cabinets.
Oh,
I don't sell cabinets.
that's right. Your kitchen and bath.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, there are plenty of people like I just don't sell cabinets and I don't sell countertops.
Okay.
So you want to redo your kitchen.
Right.
I got everything else that goes in it. The
all
sinks.
the parts.
Yeah, I got all
Okay.
those.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I got all the cool sinks and
All
all the
right.
cool accessories.
Okay.
And so we're going to
I didn't realize it's already 5:31.
How the heck did you do
Wow.
that? Boy, you can talk.
That's just the gift of gab.
There it is.
And we haven't even gotten into page 1 of your notes, which we'll do that.
Page 1. Okay,
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that after the
take
break.
A break. Leadership
Yes.
in Business. This is John Campion with my handy dandy Evan.
All right. We'll be back.
Thank you.
All right, we're back.
Evan and I were going to talk our way down to Miami, I think, if we had looked down at the board. We're back on the show here, folks. John Campion, Leadership in Business. We're leading you on. And Evan running the board here and making me sound halfway decent.
We'll make you look good, too, because you see you're on the camera,
Yeah,
too,
I know.
right there.
I feel bad for the people who have to see that.
What can I say? We have face for radio.
There you go. Well, you have a face for radio. I've never. That's good.
You
That's
never
good.
heard that before?
No.
That's it. It's an old radio expression.
Well, you know, I'm new on the radio,
Yeah.
sort of. Actually, this is.
No.
I think I've been doing this for 6-8 years. You know,
Okay.
from the MCBE training days.
All right.
Yeah. So one of the things we talked about earlier were some of the guests we've had in the past, and when I started the show, I brought in a couple of training leaders. One's Tim Kinane, who's well known in the community. He is he's a coach, leadership coach, and the guy is nothing short of brilliant. And I happen to be in a CEO group with him, and it's really been quite helpful. He told me I should join for 6 months. I've been in it for 4 years. And so Tim did a wonderful job opening up the show for us many, many weeks ago. And, just giving an overview on how important small businesses are to our community. And then had one of my favorite people, Greg Paskey, not to say Tim's not one of my favorite because I'll be seeing him soon, but Greg Paskey, who has his own consulting firm, and he's a retired consultant. And we were fortunate to have him in a business group I was in, and we got so much free training from this guy and leadership stuff and learning how to make ourselves be able to go forward and set the goals and come up with new ideas and just a new way of thinking out of the box where you may not, these are things that you wouldn't always think about unless you had a business, because if you own a business, you're always trying to think of a way to do something good, make some money. One of the other people we had on in there was Steve Clausen from Colorado Pawn and Jewelry, and people are familiar with their business. They have 2 locations that Steve and his wife Evie run, and they're a Christian-based couple who are just as sweet as can be. I thank them for their friendship and for just a relationship we have together. And of course, Steve's got some pretty cool stuff. He and Evie have cool stuff at their stores on Colorado Avenue, right there near Canner, and up in Port St. Lucie off of Port St. Lucie Boulevard. So if you ever get a chance to go in there, they don't sell guns, they don't sell knives, they don't sell rifles, they don't have ammo. They just run a good, clean business, and it's a good place to borrow money. Last week I had on one of my favorite friends in business, and that's Todd Harris from Crown Car Care. There are a lot of people in town, a lot of people around here. There's a lot of money around here, but I will tell you, when it comes to getting your vehicles fixed, whether it's electric all the way to heavy diesel trucks, something about Todd can go in there and repair it. And the thing is with this guy, he works 7 days a week, and he is the most positive dude you'll ever meet. And I met him at a event where, with one of my trade groups, and I was just blown away by the guy's brilliantness. He's just very different from anybody you'd meet, little eccentric in his own way, but
Oh yeah.
but he's smart.
But you know what the best part about him is? He's honest.
Totally
honest. You're not going to bring your vehicle in, and I've heard this from many places, not mentioning names or business. And this is where Marty Jacobson comes in too, where people have taken their vehicles. A senior citizen will take his or her vehicle in for like an oil change, oil, lube, and filter. And, it's anywhere, you're going to pay anywhere from what, $29, $39 up to $69, depending on the kind of oil, what you use, depending on the oil you use. Well, there's been people that have taken their vehicles in for oil changes, and then they come out with, well, you need a set of brake pads, and you need a set of rotors, and you need new tires, and you need an alternator.
Wait a minute.
That $35, $45 bill all of a sudden is $600 and something dollars.
Yeah, I'm on a fixed income.
Yeah.
With my American Express
card.
Yeah,
well, your buddy's not going to do that to people.
No, not at all.
No.
He worked on my classic car several weeks ago, and then I had to have it.
Is that Impala or something like that? See, I remember things like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a 60. It was a 66.
Okay.
And
okay.
You know
what I saw today? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I saw a Chevy Nova in the parking lot at Walmart today.
What color was it?
It was like an orange. Yes.
Yeah.
And it had the antique blue license plate on it.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that threw me back.
And you may have met this guy. He lives over by me in Hammock Creek. There's 3 neighborhoods there. But what is it, 4 years ago when Father Christian got married from St. Mary's?
Oh, yeah. I used to run his show, The Priest and a Rabbi.
Yeah, Priest and a Rabbi.
They had a show here.
Rabbi's my neighbor.
Yeah.
Or was.
I used to see Rabbi Durbin.
I think he just moved.
Matthew Durbin?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's always out walking the dog. I go, hey, Rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like them. They're good guys.
And of course, Christian, that's the church we go to.
Yeah.
So,
okay. St. Mary's Episcopal.
Yes. Yes. And Christian, for the day of his wedding, he saw that car, and I think it was that one. It might have been a blue one, but I think it was the orange one. And he talked to the guy about, can we drive that?
Wow.
in my wedding?
Okay.
And he let him.
Okay.
So
here's a question for you. The Chevy Nova had an equivalent vehicle made by Pontiac. What was it?
It was the
come on.
Wait a minute.
Because I owned it. That was my second car I ever owned.
Not the Nova.
No, it was a Chevy Nova.
Chevy Nova.
And it was the Pontiac.
Le Mans?
No, the Ventura.
Oh.
It was equivalent to the Nova. They looked identical. And I had my parents bought me, that was my second car, a Pontiac Ventura, and it was bright taxi cab yellow.
Yeah, but at least they were buying you a decent car.
And it had the Kragers on it, and it had the 60s in the back and the 70s in the front with the raised
Taxi
white
cab
letters.
yellow.
And it had the little red light in it with the dog with the bobbing head and the carpet on the dashboard.
Now, wait a minute. You guys moved down from New Jersey?
New York.
Long Island?
Yeah, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was my second car when I was like 17 or 18.
Well, one of the guys I had on the show was
Mhm.
Sam Masha. You ever met Sam?
No, I haven't.
He used to own Port St. Lucie Auto Body.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Okay, tucked
Okay.
back in there where all those businesses are off of
Southwest, South Macedo or something like that.
something like that.
Where the turnpike runs parallel.
Right,
Yes,
right.
know exactly where it is.
Well, anyways,
Body Shop Row.
Sammy is 80 now.
Wow.
And he was in our business group, and he probably was the best body man
Okay.
in the Treasure Coast.
Okay.
I mean, he was amazing. But the other thing he had done, Evan, is he had been in, I don't know, he's probably been in over 100 some car shows,
Mhm.
and he has over 100 some trophies for
Wow.
cars that he built. And so he's been my mentor on my classic car. So whenever it's time to throw 1,000 at it, like you do on a boat,
Yeah.
I just do it and say,
Yeah.
hey, thanks, Sam, for helping me
Yeah.
out. I'm glad you introduced me to all your friends.
Yeah, I was kind of blown away when I first moved up here, and I was looking for a body shop for something from Palm Beach, and I went over to South Macedo, and I was like, wow, this is like Body Shop Row.
There you go.
It's like every block there's
Yeah.
a different body shop over there.
Well,
What do you choose?
Well, he was so proud of what he did, and I can see why now. I mean, he calls me at least he calls me a few days a week to remind me of this car show or
Yeah.
this little boat trip we're gonna. Anyways, it's pretty amazing, and I'm going, okay, I'm the lucky guy. So, but Sam, when he sold his business, he sold it to some guy down in from Palm Beach, West Palm, and
Mhm.
the guy just buried it right in the ground.
Oh, wow.
And he'd had the shop for 30 years. He moved down here from Long Island.
Okay.
And matter of fact, the guy he just hooked me up with to have some repairs done that Todd couldn't do because they can't really do this intricate welding that need to be done on something. I took it over to this guy in Port St. Lucie, and
Mhm.
he said, yeah, Sammy, he saved my life. He had me come down here from Long Island. I drove him down back in 40 years ago.
Okay.
So this guy's 71 and has a four garage garage up there in Port St. Lucie at the end of what is it? Port St. Lucie Boulevard. Is that where Mesita? What is that?
Well, you got
It's kind of behind Sam's.
Oh, I know where you're talking about.
Like
Behind Sam's off Gatlin. I know where you're
Yeah,
talking
if you
about. It's
go
on the
up-
west side of Walmart.
Right.
Yeah, there's
And they're back. He's almost to
yeah, back
the
in
next
there.
street past. Is it Mesita? No, it can't be Mesita. I don't know.
No.
I hadn't been in there.
I know where you're talking
But
about.
anyways, and this, I have to put 93 in that thing, 93 octane,
Mhm.
of course. And the notorious thing on the 66 Chevy, which happens to us as it did back when we owned one back in 1966,
Oh, wow.
is the gas gauge sticks on empty. Back then my sister, when I got the car, I gave her a ride in it, and she's older than me, and she's like, oh, look at the gas gauge is just like the one we had when we grew up. You could drive on that thing for 40 miles on
Oh, wow.
empty, and you could, but now you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's with the 93 octane, that sucker sucks it down. I
Yeah.
think I get about 5 miles to a gallon,
Oh, jeez. Wow.
judging by the noise.
Wow.
Yeah. It's but I do enjoy driving it, and at some point I'm going to give that up and sell it, and I'll sell it to you.
Is it worth a lot of money?
Yeah, I think
The
the engine.
Impala?
I think the engine is worth more than the car
Oh,
because they put that.
it's got like the carburetor on the top, right?
yeah.
That's what the engines had back in the day.
Well, it's actually it has this what they call the box engine,
Oh, okay.
crate engine. I think they call
Is it a 6 or an 8?
It's an 8. 495 horse.
Good God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the big joke,
Get up and go.
when I do drive it into work, which isn't very often, they go, well, we heard you coming before we saw you. So,
Is it all freshly painted, or does that have original
it's
paint?
the way it came.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No rust?
No, not
And you're
really.
the original owner?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
some guy had it. It's got like 22,000 miles on this engine.
Okay.
So who knows what it had on before.
Does it have the original radio in it?
No, they popped out and put an AM FM, but you can't hear the radio because the thing's so damn loud.
Oh, okay.
My son.
I was going to say, man, original radio. Now we're talking pull the button out, push it in to save
Well, it's
to
there.
save the station.
Whatever is there, but it's
Okay.
AM FM and
Okay.
has the original clock, which doesn't work, has the electric top with the button.
Oh, it's a convertible.
It's a convertible.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
That was the car to drive back in the day.
Yeah,
The Chevy Impala.
Oh,
2-door
yeah.
or 4-door?
It's 2-door.
My dad had a 4-door
Wow.
Chevy Impala. It was silver with a black top. I don't remember
It was
what
a solid top.
it was. Like a
They call them Landaus back then.
yeah. I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty cool. It was like a leather type top or something like that.
Yeah,
White
four-door,
wall tires.
It would be a 4-door if it was a solid top.
Yeah, it was solid.
But I want to tell you, that is
Yeah.
a big car, man. You can get.
It's a tank.
I mean, I realize now you can get like 6 people in the back and 4 in
Oh,
the
I thought you were going to
front.
say 6 people in the trunk.
Well, you can get 6 people in the trunk too, but there's no more drive
Yeah.
ups, drive-ins.
Yeah.
No, we used to do that at the M104 drive-in in Spring Lake, Michigan.
Yeah.
Little tiny town. They would, the car would be, the front would be pointing up to the sky, and you go, okay, open the trunk.
Yeah, a little weight in the back.
Well, hey, you guys, leave us the beer. So,
oh Lord, those were the days.
They were the days.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we were blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have to say, with the guests I've had on here, I've had people who own. I had Sam on here. He's actually Sam Mash. I had him on here because he is he's got more stories to tell from a Long Island.
Sam Ash, no relation to the mute.
Masha.
Oh, Masha. I thought you said Sam Ash.
No, Massia.
Oh, okay.
Mascia.
Okay.
I had to ask him one day how to pronounce his name because I've been butchering it for
Masha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been down here for like 90 years and he's still got that accent.
Okay.
At least you don't. Well, you moved down.
I don't have a New York accent.
You were a little peanut.
I was just a little 9-year-old nerdy kid.
I lived in New York.
Where?
I lived in Rye.
I lived in Queens.
Okay.
In Lefrak City off the LIE by Shea Stadium.
Well, and that's where by Shea. Yeah, not City.
Well, City and Shea are in
they're
the same place.
Spot, right?
They're in the same
just
spot.
Knocked it down and rebuilt it.
Well, they knocked it down.
Moved it over.
Well, what they did was while Shea was still up, they built City.
Okay.
Right behind left field of Shea. And then they went, that's literally what they did. They built the new stadium right behind left field of Shea Stadium. And then when they opened at when they opened at City Field, then they knocked down Shea Stadium. And if you go on YouTube and search the videos for Shea Stadium demolition, it will blow you away to watch how they demoed that ballpark.
Taking it down in big sections.
Oh, man. Incredible. It was incredible.
I have seen, now this sounds pretty bad for a guy who's only been to New York a few times since. I was a younger puppy than you were. I was 5 when I lived in Rye.
Okay.
But I remember flying over, I must have flown out of JFK or LaGuardia. I don't know where I was flying.
Did you fly over Shea?
No, I flew over City.
Oh, that's LaGuardia.
Okay.
All the planes go over City.
Okay. So I looked down, saw it, and then it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then the other time was I stayed in Chinatown one time. I was meeting a guy the next day and I had no idea where I was. And all of a sudden I, got in there. Came out of the hotel and I was in Chinatown. So that's where I guess you could bump into Frank this week.
Yeah. He's in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Looking for stuff.
He is looking for stuff. He sent me a few emails. He's, I think he wants to take over my business.
Does he really?
No, he doesn't.
For a price? anything's available.
That's right.
For a price.
At
Heck
this
yeah.
point, yeah. Why not? Oh, to be a business owner again, right, Frank?
Mhm.
Yeah. You'd love it. You'd love it. So have you ever owned your own business?
I have one now currently.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yes. I have a DJ business.
Okay.
So we provide, it's an entertainment company. So we provide um, DJs for weddings, corporate events, and things like that. We
Okay.
also do photo booths, photography, specialized lighting. It's just full. I've had
So-
it since I'm 18 years old.
Okay.
So it's
All
very,
right.
very
And
successful.
now that you're 24,
Yeah. Don't I wish?
you'll be rich.
Yeah.
No, that's
This past weekend, I had an event Friday night, an event Saturday night. I did. You ever heard of DDS for Vets?
no.
Very big on the Treasure Coast. It's an organization that awards service dogs to soldiers.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mhm.
Like not at this dance, was it? Or
No,
they'd
no,
already
no.
done it?
No, it wasn't a dance that I did Saturday night. It was a whole big fundraiser
Wow.
at Hutchinson Shores, and it was really I'd never seen anything like it. The magnitude.
Where
of
did they
this
have
event.
it?
There was over 400 people. It was at Hutchinson Shores.
Yeah. Did they have it outside?
It was in the ballroom.
It was.
It was in the ballroom. Yeah, in the big ballroom.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, it was just an amazing night. And then I had a wedding on Sunday, and then back here doing the thing on Monday.
Well,
and I'm still standing.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking about my long day, going, "Oh, I can't wait till the radio's over, then I can go home and chill." But that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep moving, don't you?
Yes.
It's your secret. Well.
Yeah, I have to do what I got to do.
Well, you do a good job of it, so otherwise you wouldn't be hanging around here. You're working for some good people, and working for the Mets can't be so bad.
Yeah,
huh?
Mets is a great gig, man. It's been 10 years.
They finally seems like they've settled down a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, we won the Florida State League championship just a couple of weeks ago
Right.
here in Port St. Lucie. Unfortunately, New York Mets, they got eliminated by San Diego. But what are you going to do next year?
Was there injuries, or was it just?
No, it was just San Diego beat them at their own game.
So now San Diego is playing.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you right now.
I didn't watch. I haven't watched any of it.
San Diego's playing somebody. I don't know if somebody can answer that. Call us 220-9788.
You wouldn't believe what we got for you.
Yeah, you would not believe. You'll hit it out of the ballpark when you go there.
That's right.
That's for sure.
That's right. You will not leave hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I love baseball.
Yeah.
It turns out baseball was the best sport I was at. I
Mhm.
always thought golf was my game, but I'll tell you, there's something about baseball, something about postseason baseball that, the way they hype it up with the pitching, and it seems to, it gets to be so strategic.
Yeah.
And,
which
reminds me,
in fact, San Diego's playing the Dodgers. That's who.
There
it
you
is.
go.
They're two West Coast teams.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins that goes to the division or to the league championship, and then to the World Series after that. So it's interesting what's going on right now.
Well, and you got a couple teams in there that aren't normally in there.
Yeah.
What you got, the Guardians still in?
Yeah, Cleveland's still in.
Yeah.
They lost. They won.
They lost to New York the other night.
Yeah, they lost to New York. They lost game 1. I don't know if they're doing best of 3 or best of 5.
That's best of 5.
It's best of 5. So they're New York's
you gotta
win
win 3.
Yeah, you got to win 3 out of 5, and then World Series is 4 out of 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
Yep. Well, so down here the Mets are big, and so they're crushed. And then St. Louis is already out of it, right? Or was
I
never
think
in
so. I think so. St. Louis is out of it. Yeah, they got eliminated 2 games in a row, I think, in the wild card.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're gone.
Okay.
They're gone. So it's going to be interesting.
Well,
Gonna be interesting.
every year is there's always something.
Yeah.
And I'm still into there's a lot of sports on right now.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, now you got hockey's back, basketball, NBA's back, NHL is back. You got the NFL. So I mean, there's a caveat of what to do on Sundays when you're sitting around in your easy chair enjoying an adult beverage.
Turn it to Red Zone.
Yeah, you got the Red Zone. It's if you subscribe to it, or you can just channel surf like I do.
I just got on Red Zone this year.
Yeah, Red
First
Zone's
time.
great. It's really cool.
I'm telling you, you gotta, you get lost after
You
a
you
while.
blink and you're in a different
Yeah.
time zone, right?
No, that's cool.
It's crazy.
It's cool stuff.
hmm
So we got just a couple minutes left.
hmm
I would just like to say a few words about our business.
The floor is all yours.
Okay.
Take it away.
Well, thanks, Evan.
I'm not going to say a darn thing.
You're all right.
Not bad.
No, you're all right.
Thank you.
So, anyways, here we are, 30 years in Stewart at over there on Monterey. We've been there for probably 20, but then our Vero store, we're in our 18th year, excuse me, started in 04. And, we've got a really great following out there. EuropeanSync.com is my website. And my website is very interactive. You can go in there just like you could, Evan. You sign up and become a user, become a part user. And you can go in there and you can pick out you can go look at all the different hardware pieces from the different guys, And one thing you want to think about when you're doing that is obviously you want to be able to count your doors and your drawers right. You don't want to be short. Usually we always recommend somebody add at least one extra. And then, there are a lot of choices of stuff with your finishes, depending on what you're, these days, the finishes that go into the kitchen are chrome, satin nickel, polished nickel. And then you get into your darker colors like Venetian bronze. I don't know what colors you got going in there. What color are what are your appliances made out of? Are they stainless? Or?
Yeah, they're stainless, and I have a glass top stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then your style, are you a traditional? Are you you're very traditional?
Very traditional.
Got some darker colors around the house there. Maybe?
We have a lot of browns.
Yeah.
That's our theme we have a lot of browns and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that brown thing in your toilet is
don't even go there. Don't go there.
Oh, that's right. This is a family show.
Yeah, don't go there, please.
Yeah,
Can't talk about that.
I'm just kidding. That's great. Now I think we sold I don't know how many toilets we sold today, but we sell about 3 to 6 a day.
Wow.
Toto toilets, the average selling price around $525.
Oh, jeez.
So
wow, it better be made out of gold for that price.
It turns
I'm sure they're nice.
It turns it into gold.
I'm sure they're nice.
Yeah, and then you go in the corner and try to sell it, and they throw you in jail.
Wow.
So listen, everybody, thank you for listening. I apologize for not having a guest today.
Oh, what am I, chop liver?
No, you were.
I was your guest.
I got Evan. I am so sorry.
No, that's all right.
It's all good. You know how to pick on us amateurs.
It's all good, my friend. I enjoyed being with you today.
Well, thank you.
I did from the bottom of my heart.
Okay,
thank you.
You did a great job. We had bets on you, and you won. So
really,
yeah.
What were the bets? I wasn't going to do good.
Will he engage?
Oh, of course,
no doubt.
Well, who was the bet with?
I'm not telling.
Frank?
Nobody.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't Frank. No,
it
wasn't. I haven't talked to Frank
in
2 weeks. So.
All right. We got to get out of here.
All right.
We're out of time.
We'll see you later.
All right.
See y'all next week. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again.